Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Today we are going to talk about if conditionals. If conditionals. We have four conditionals of if. Okay? Zero conditionals, zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. Let's talk about them in detail. Number one, we are going to write it. If conditionals. If conditionals. Okay? As we said, we have four conditionals over it. Number one is zero conditional. Number one is zero conditional. Look at the name carefully. We named it zero conditionals because we use the present simple with if and the present simple in the other sentence. Okay? Look at this rule. We use if plus present simple and present simple also. Okay? This is the rule. This is why we call it zero conditional. So, if we write a sentence like this, if you heat ice, it turns into water, okay? If you heat ice, this is a fact. It turns into water. We don't say it will turn into water. We can say this. That's wrong. Because it is a fact. So we use it in fact. We use it using it in fact. So we use the first conditional, the zero conditional, to express fact. So we use the present simple and present simple in the other side. In case the water turns into the ice turns into water. In case we heat it. So if we heat the ice, it in fact actually it will turn into it turns into water. It's a fact. It can't change. It is not possible. It is sure. It is sureness to do this. Exactly. This is the first condition. We call it zero condition. We use it in fact. So we name it if. We say if present simple and present simple. If you heat ice, it turns into water. Another example. If you throw stone in water, what will happen? It sinks. Not it will sink. We can say it will sink because we know that if we throw a piece of stone or a big stone in water, it will sink. It will go down surely. Okay. So we use the present simple because it is a conditional. Yes, the second conditional, or number two, we call it the first conditional. The first conditional. The first conditional. Number two, the first conditional. Yes. In the first conditional, we use if plus present simple, and on the other side, the future with will. Yes, we call this conditional the first one because it expresses possibility. Okay, possibility, the possibility of the action. Yeah. For example, if I say if you study hard, you will succeed. It is a rational result that if you study hard, you will succeed in the future. It is the success is result of hard studying or hard work. So if we look at this example, if you study hard, what will be the result? The result is you will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. So we call it the first condition because it expresses possibility. It expresses possibility, the possibility of the action. Possibility. Okay? So it is some kind of advice. Some kind of advice. So if I wanted to advise my children or my students, I say, if you study hard this year, you will succeed, you will pass the test, you will get high marks. You will get high marks in the exam. The high marks are result of the hard work. Okay. This is the second conditional. If present simple and the future with will. If you study hard, you will succeed. It expresses possibility, advice. Okay. Let's come to the number 3. The second conditional. Number 3. The second conditional. Yes. In this condition of A, we use it plus past simple plus the past of would plus infinitive. Look at the rule carefully. If past simple, and would infinitive, the rule verb, the rule verb. Okay. Look at the example. If you studied succeed. If you studied hard, you would succeed. You would succeed. If you studied in the past, last year, you would succeed last year. But instead of first year, you will be in the second year. You will pass the year, okay? You will transfer from one year to another year. So if you studied hard, it expresses the impossibility of the verb. Impossibility, because it is in the past tense. It is in the past tense. If you studied hard, but you didn't succeed. You didn't study, but you didn't study hard. So you didn't succeed. You didn't succeed. So we use the second conditional if participle and would plus the infinitive to express the impossibility of the verb, the impossibility of the action. The result was in the past and it changes or will not change in the future, okay? So if you studied hard, you would succeed. You would succeed in the exam, okay? If you studied hard, but you didn't study hard in the past, so the result is what you didn't succeed in the test, okay? With verb to be, we use were instead of was. In be, we can use were instead of was to show impossibility. Okay? Let's look at this example. If I were you, I would study hard. Look at this, another example. If I were a bird, I would fly. We use this condition for this case in order to show the sure or the exact impossibility. The verb or the action won't happen anyway, okay? So I can't be you. I can't take your place. I can't be Muhammad. I am Ahmad, okay? So I can't be Ali or any other thing, okay? Any other man. If I were a bird, I can't be a bird. I am a human being, so it's difficult to be a bird. So we use were instead of was to show impossibility. If I were you, I would study hard. It gives some kind of advice to the listener, okay? For example, if he was ill, I want to advise him, but strongly, okay? So I say to him, if I were you, I would see a doctor. Okay? If I were a bird, I would fly, but I'm not a bird at all and won't be a bird anyway, because we are too different from each other, okay? So, let's come to the third conditional for number 4. Yes. We use these conditions to show cases or to show how the verb happens. Okay? So we call them conditions because the result will not happen in case of the main action happening first. Okay? So number 4 is the third condition. Conditional. Third conditional. Okay? In this case, we use it with the past perfect. Okay? Past perfect. Okay? On the other side, would, the result would have plus TP. In this case, we imagine the action. The action is some kind of imagination. When I say, if I had met Ali 4 years ago, I would have bought his house. But I didn't buy his house. I didn't buy his house now. I have my own house. So I imagine that if I met him for 4 years ago, I would buy his house, but I didn't meet him anyway. So another example: if the plane had crashed, we would have died. We would have died. If the plane, look at the example, if the plane had crashed, what's the result? What was the result? We would have died. But we are alive now. We are alive now. But if the plane had crashed in the past, we would have died now. Okay? We will be dead now. Okay? Look at the example carefully. If the plane had crashed, we would have died. We would have died. This is imagination, not real. It's impossible. It is not a fact at all. It is some kind of thinking or imagination. So we use the 4 conditionals. Let's review the 4 conditionals. We have 4 conditionals of if. Number 1 is zero conditional. We call it zero because we use the same tense in both sentences. Okay? Present simple with present simple in order to express facts. For example, if I say, if you throw a piece of wood in water, it will flow. Not it will flow, it flows. It won't sink in the water. Okay? The second conditional we call it the first conditional because we use the present simple with the future simple. If you or if I have money, I will buy a house. Maybe someone give me the money, or I can earn the money anyway. So in the future, I'm going to buy a house. If I am rich, I will buy a house. Okay? The number 3 is the second conditional, which consists of past simple and would, the past of the word will. Okay? So it expresses impossible actions. We say, when I say, for example, if I had money in the past, I would buy a car, but I didn't have any money, so I didn't have a car now. The number 4, we use the past perfect with the would have, and the PP, the past participle, in order to imagine what would happen in the past. It didn't happen in a way, and it won't happen in a way, but I imagine if the plane had crashed, we would have died now, but we are now in front of you alive. So we didn't use the the present or the past simple, we use the past perfect to express imagination or imaginative thinking or imaginative actions. If I had money, I would have bought a villa, okay? But I wouldn't, or I didn't buy a villa because it's some kind of imagination and I don't have the money or didn't have the money in the past or at the present. So I hope that I covered the matter today, the subject matter today, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you for all, and thank you. Goodbye.